Welcome to the channel. Today's lesson is about multi-layer switch. This is our multi-layer switch, or also named layers tree switch. And the first task tell us to replace the ROAS configuration on R1 SW2 with a point-to-point layer 3 connection. Configure the default row on switch 2 with R1's interface at the next hub. Okay. Here we have a router nested configuration, and they told us to delay that. So we go to the router first, select, and I want to see the current configuration. Here we have interface gigabit 00, and it is split in 3 configuration. So we're going to enter to global configuration mode, and I'm gonna put interface gigabit 10 and deny that with no. And the same for the others interfaces, and that's it. I think that's all. Let me see. Show IP interface brief. Only give it Ethernet 00, and it is up. So that's it for router 1. Now go to switch 2, and I imagine that this connection gigabit 102 is in Tron mode. So let's see, enable show running config gigabit Ethernet 101. Okay, this is Tron, and the gigabit Ethernet 102 is also in Tron. We don't need that. So global configuration mode, we don't want this Tron port because we need a multi-layer switch. So we don't need a router to do the inter-VLAN routing. He can do that job. He should do that job. So interface, I don't remember, 102. Interface gigabit 102. No switch port mode Tron. Okay. And this interface needs to be a routing interface. He needs to behave like a routing interface, not a switch port. So we're gonna use this command: no switch port. No switch port. So now gigabit 102 is not behaving like a normal switch port. So we also need to enable routing features in this multi-layer switch, because right now it's like only a layer 2 switch, and to do that we're going to use IP routing. That's it. And come back to interface gigabit 102, and I think we can put IP now. Yes, we can. So this is a point-to-point connection with this IP address 10.0. Okay, 10.0.0 dot what? That 93 is last 30 255 255 252. Okay, now shut down. Exit. Do show IP interface brief. Oh my god, here it is. Up. So we have already covered this step, and they also told us to include a default route. So that is what we're gonna do. IP route, and the next, no, it's a default route. How to build a default route? Well, you need to put the less significant address. How to do that? All zeros. All possible addresses are in there with a perfect max of all 02. So all the traffic that doesn't match the routing table goes to this default route, and he's gonna lead. Where is he's gonna lead? He's gonna lead the next hub. The next hub is 10.0.0.94. 10.0.0.94, and that's right. Metric, distance metric. Well, that is for another video, the metric option, but now it's okay. Do show IP route. Here is our static and default route via this stuff. This is also another for another video, the values that are here, but now it's not relevant. So we have already configured this, and now configure the router with the same configuration to point is a gigabit 00, interface gigabit 00, IP address. We don't need to enable routing in a router. It's not make sense. So 10.0.0.4, 255, 255, 262. Now shut down. Now do show IP interface brief. Here we have our gigabit Ethernet 00 with the respective address and app. So I think we had covered the task number 1. Configure the full router. We use the IP given the network. Yes. Now configure switch virtual interface on switch 2, 1 for each VLAN. Assign the last usable IP address of each subnet to the uppercase switch VLAN interface. So now we're going to configure. It's really easy to configure inter-VLAN routing using a multi-layer switch. We are going to use something called SPI, switch virtual interface, one for each subnet. So once for each VLAN, and most of the time one subnet for one VLAN, but not really necessary like that. We have VLAN 10, VLAN 10, 20, and 30. I want to see do show VLAN brief. We had already created the VLANs. So we just need to create the switch VLAN interface, and look, every single, and I guess that this is strong. So do show this interface gigabit 101 is a strong. do show interface trunk. Here it is, JB100 on, native VLAN1, strong key. So we don't have to do anything, only activate the SVIs. So to do that, we had already let me see if we had already activate routing protocols in this multi-layer switch. Do show IP do show IP route. Yes, we have our IP routing table. So interface, VLAN, and now VLAN number, VLAN 10, app, and we're gonna use IP address. They tell us to use the last usable address, so we're gonna use 10.0.0.63. No, that is the broadcast. 62.255.255 /26. Okay, 25, 26, 2 bits more. 182. Okay, 192. And that's it. Now interface VLAN 20, IP address 10.0.what. That 126, and the same net mask, the same subnet mask 252, 292, and the last one interface VLAN 30, IP address 10.0.0.192 and 255. The /26 mask. Oh, we can use 192 because that is the network address, the next subnet. So 91, the broadcast, this is the last usable address. Okay, do show IP interface brief. Here we have our VLAN 10, our SPIs, VLAN 10, 20, and 30 with their respective IP address and up. In some switches, this is down when you have to manually up the interface using no shutdown, but here it is automatically. Okay. Task number 2. Task number 3. Test inter-VLAN connectivity by ping between VLANs. Okay, VLAN 10. I'm gonna ping VLAN 10. Command prompt. Ping 10.0.0.1. Okay, we can ping VLAN 10. And what about VLAN 30? Can we ping VLAN 30? Yes, we can. And what about VLAN 20? 65. We are pinging. And we have inter-VLAN routing. So task number 3 is complete, and test connectivity to the internet by pinging 1.1.1. So now we're gonna ping connectivity to the internet. We are going to ping 1.1.1. This is simulating that this is the internet. we can ping the internet. Send 4, receive 1. Hold again. Oh, now we can. So yes, we can ping. Maybe the first ping he was doing the R process and all that stuff. So that's it for the lab.